What's up, everyone? It's excuse me, haven't done a live stream in a long time, especially back here in the studio. Good to see everyone. I saw DJ Green Arrow there. What's up? Okay, so today I'm running a discount because I've been a little negligent in coming on live here over the last couple weeks. And I never do this. I've never done it. I'm doing a 30% off on everything in my store. I promise I will not do this again for the rest of the year. I'm just telling everybody that. And the code is 30 live. Or is it live 30? Aaron, are you on there? It's either 30 live or live 30. Oh, Tim Williams. Hey, what's up? What's up, Tim? Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Where's my hammer? It's right here. Oh! There we go. I've been waiting to use that. Okay, so Aaron, you there or not? This is not a carve-in, but it is a Kiesel guitar. Aaron. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate that. The band hammer strikes again. I'm going to text Aaron here. Say, what is the code here? He just made it. This is funny, right? The code. Are you watching? Okay, so excuse me for this. So I was practicing last night and I was thinking it's live 30 on your site. Yes, thank you. Live 30, LIVE 30. So 30% off anything in my store. If you wanted to get my Beato book, now it only comes in PDF. And the stuff I'm going to be referring to is from around page 425. It's 461 pages. Does not come in a book. I printed this. But anything, t-shirts, this is how I support my channel and people like this doing super chat. Appreciate that, Goofy. Gloofy. Okay, so we're going to talk about this, the hardest stuff to play. So I was practicing intervals last night. And either alternate picking or hybrid picking intervals, especially wide intervals like fifths, is, I think, the hardest thing to play on the guitar. And by the way, I have a lot of new merch on my in my store. A lot of new T-shirts as of today. So so one of the things that I practiced early on back in the 80s when I discovered Joe Diorio, who's one of my favorite guitar players, is playing intervals like fifths. Now, I always played thirds, fourths, sixths, things like that, but fifths are hard on the guitar, and they're hard because of this. Because of some of the hand shapes. So if you see this hand shape here, so if I'm thinking an E major or E Lydian, we'll do E Lydian. So I'm playing E, B, F sharp. Now you could play it like this, open fifths like that. So it's 1, 5, 9, right? So then if I go to the next position here, it's very hard, especially because the pinky is really extended up there. So typically you're going to have to play it like that as you get into the higher positions. In the lower positions, it's actually easier to play these intervals. That's easier there than up here. So when you're practicing, you have to actually change some of the fingerings. So if I'm thinking E Lydian here, right? So I'm thinking... So I'm thinking with a sharp 4 there, right? Major scale with a sharp 4. Joe Diorio, giant steps, yes. So playing lines like that, you guys hear me play licks like that. So that's like a I've taken 2 different sets of fifths. I've taken actually 3 different sets of fifths in this E leading scale. Then I went into this. So I took the first 2, then I went. And I'm using this set of fifths, but it actually has a diminished fifth here because you've got the A sharp to E right there. That is very hard to play, right? So if I'm picking it like this, what do you do, right? You can do all down, down, up. Then you okay, well, where do you go with that? So what I did there is I did a hammer-on from nowhere, which is hard to do. So I'm doing hammer-ons, as I call them, hammer-ons from nowhere, where if you actually just hammer the note, right? Without picking it. Thank you, Rich. Very, very hard to do. It's hard to do, too, when you're wearing a strap like this, because I don't usually wear a strap. I typically have my guitar on this leg. Somebody just said message in a bottle. That's exactly right, because that's what it is message in a bottle are all these compound fifths. So then on the way down. Let me actually put a chord on that so you can hear what this sounds like against a backing chord here. So this will be over E Lydian, right? So. Okay, so some of these lines here that I'm doing, I'm going into some spread triads there. Let me stop this for a second so I can show you this. So this part here, going up the then down. So I'm using this. These are all the chord shapes that I'm seeing in here. A lot of different ones. So I've got this, this, then I have this, then I have this, then, what did I play? Turn down so it's cleaner. Listen again. I'll play single notes. Then. Now that is going up an E major arpeggio with a sharp 4. And here I'm using a B sus4 arpeggio. Then I go up to that B. Then I come down. I'm using this Lydian sound there with the 5 root sharp 4. So let me bring this back up because I can't see the comments here. So this here, these things are hard. This. Love that though. Beautiful. So let me play Against the Chord again here. Deb, silly question. On the drum video from yesterday, did I play the snare drum to the speaker in that position? Yes, I did. The speaker was in exactly that position, about this high above the snare. And the speaker's pretty loud. And it's essentially the sound wave is what actually makes the drum sound like that. So anybody that hasn't seen my video on playing a drum with a sound wave, you should check it out. I put it out yesterday. I think it's interesting. I got a lot of comments from people. Why don't you just hire a drummer? Well, this isn't for me. I have a studio. I can hire a drummer. Besides, this is something that people used to do. Sorry about the moving there and making it out of focus. This is something people used to do back in the 70s. And if you guys remember the Tom Petty songs that I did that had the drum machine programming, I'm pretty sure that the snare drums were played in this way. They used to hold an oritone above the speaker. So somebody would stand out there and they'd play the sound through the oritone and it would bounce off the snare and create it. And what they typically did it for is when they didn't have bottom snare mic, if they didn't have enough snare rattle, they would do this. So Death Ride, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so talk about hybrid picking with this. Okay, so some of this has a... Deb, we'll get you sorted out there. No sweat. So hybrid picking, if you were to do this. So what you would do for hybrid picking. So hybrid picking, for those of you who don't know, is basically you play with picking fingers, okay? So you have to do this kind of a thing. So I'm picking with my middle finger. Let's see if I can angle this up. See, I don't, so when I'm playing these, sometimes I do hybrid picking, sometimes I don't do hybrid picking. AEK said these are not riffs. Any melodic idea is a riff. A riff isn't just, you know, that's not, that's a riff too. They're all riffs. What you want to do is you want to blend these things with other types of ideas. You don't want to play too many of them in a row. So how I'm breaking them up is that I'm going down on these ones. Then I'm going down, up, down, up, down, down. So some of these I'm going up, some going down. I'm reversing directions in them, so just so it's not predictable, okay? love those kind of sounds, though. Out of tune or you're deaf. Well, there we go. And there it is. Let me play the chord backing again here so you can hear it against the chord. Whoa, what was that? That sounded cool. Did you hear that? Oh. Okay. Something's going on weird right there. Okay, once again, the sale, 30% off. Aaron told me to talk about the sale. 30% off anything in my store today. It's the biggest sale I've ever had. I've never done 30% off. If you're interested in getting the Beato book, it's, what's the code, Aaron? 30 live? Live 30. Live 30. Live 30 is the discount code. So if you guys want to support my channel, that's how you support it. Because that's how I make a living for my family. That's how I make videos for free. That's why I don't take any advertising money from any other people. I don't do it from companies or anything like that. I don't endorse any companies. I try to keep it like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be forced to do that. I'm not going to be forced to do that. So I rely on you guys to support, to help out. Sell out. There we go. Anyways, chords behind the lick. Let's see if this works again because it just screwed up a second ago here. It's like Omnisphere is crashing here. Hold on. Let's see if this works now. Gotta load the sound. Oh, I know why. I need a new, I don't have a sound source. Because I just unplugged that drive. Okay, hold on, let me do this here. I'll do this, and I guess I don't have it on here. This is bad. Okay, well, I don't know why it was working and it's not now. I think because I unplugged Omnisphere. All right, so I'm going to play just the low E here. Let's see here. Okay. I don't think I can plug that back in right now. This wasn't very good thinking on my part because my hard drives with my sounds are right here. I think if I plug it in, I might it might screw it up. Let's see if it does. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay. Let's see if this is here now. All right, hold on. We're going to see if this works here. It doesn't work. Okay. Well, I can't do that on there. Sorry about that. It just, my camera doesn't work with this thing. All right, so how to practice these things, right? If you take a particular position and move up the scale, right? So let's say I'm taking this position, and I will actually go through and practice all the fingerings of all the fifths. That's the third. That's the second one. And then I go up to... but that, I'm going to go like this. Finger it like that, so... And then here. So there's a lot of different fingerings. Play a little cleaner. And then what you do is you want to go down one. And then so those ones are really, really cool. I love those. I have a guest here. Come on in, Layla. Okay, everybody, this is Layla. She just lost her front tooth. Can you smile for a minute, Layla? Turn a little bit. There you go. You can see her. That's my baby. You doing okay, baby? What are you doing down here?
Lennon wants to go swimming.
Okay, well, I'm on a live stream, right now.
Yeah, Mama knew that you were going to be in the live stream, but we just really want to go. Me and Lennon really want to go in the pool.
Okay. I'll be out in a little while, okay? Can you go upstairs?
Yeah, but can we go in the pool?
Layla, can you go upstairs? We'll talk about it. Talk to Mama. I did this post where I on my Instagram where Layla and Lennon, I said that neither one of them listened to me ever. But apparently every other parent says the same thing, that their girls don't listen to them either. And she was definitely paid a visit by the Tooth Fairy the other day. She doesn't care if I'm live streaming. Okay, so these intervals, practicing these, I think these are the hardest things to play on the guitar, though, perfect fifth intervals. After that, things like sevens, six are a little bit easier. I think sixths are easier. Some sevenths are hard. You guys hear me play a lot of intervallic things. I like spread triads. I like that sound. That's that sound that you hear Eric Johnson play, or he's certainly not the only person that plays spread triads. When you play spread triads here, sometimes I don't just play up all the spread triads. Sometimes I'll play like E to F sharp, and then if I'm thinking E Lydian, then to B major there, right? And then I might go to C sharp minor. So B. I think those are, instead of just playing diatonically, I think those are kind of cooler. That's more of what Eric does. Instead of playing the straight G sharp minor, so E, I go. I think that is more interesting. Not always. And you can use those. Use those intervals like that, wider intervals, tenths. I love that too. So I'm skipping. I think that's beautiful, right? So there you go. Any questions on anything? Come As You Are might be the hardest riff to play. Bright Size Life is actually a great example of using. I can't play Bright Size Life. If I play Bright Size Life, they may take my video down. Is this in standard tuning? I am in standard tuning. What was the last chord I played? This is E. Made just E with a sharp 4. So E, what I call an E leading triad. 1 sharp 4 5. You could put the 9th on it too, which is a beautiful sound. I love those. Those are really, really cool, cool sounds. Okay, so Live 30. Is that right, Aaron? What is it? What's the discount code here for the sale? Live 30. Live 30. It's the only time I've ever had a 30% discount in the history of this channel in 3 years. Because today, there's actually a special reason why I'm doing it. Today is 3 years to the day since I put out my first video on this channel. So today is actually my 3rd anniversary of this channel. So I started with about 20 subscribers 3 years ago today, and I put my first video out, and it was an ear training video, and I'm wearing a blue shirt in it. And I was going to put my 3-year anniversary today, but I didn't want to put that out there because then people would just be like, it's just an anniversary show. But today is 3 years ago today, I put up my first video. And yes, this is actually live. And right now, so I started with 20 subscribers or so, and right now I have 800. I hit 825,000 subscribers today. Thanks to all of you. So this is really an amazing, humbling, amazing, whatever you want to call it, journey that I've been on here with all of you. And it's it's a lot to keep up with as far as the when traveling and stuff. Like I just started, I just did that composition thing in Italy. It's hard for me. I'll be honest with you. It's hard to it's hard to keep up on things when you're out of town. And I'm going out of town next week. I'm going to interview Frank Gambale on Tuesday in Los Angeles. I'm going to do a video with Tim Pierce, who you all know. And I'm going to hopefully interview Larry Carlton because I'm going to see him with Tim on the 12th. So I'm extremely excited about this. Those of you that don't know Frank, I'm going to have Frank play the guitar in this one. Unlike most of my interviews, I said, Frank, will you play guitar? Thank you, Oscar. And he said, yes, of course. I've got plenty of them, he said, which I thought is great. So I'm going to get Frank to play the hardest licks that he's ever played. And I can't even imagine. I'm going to ask him, Frank, what's the hardest? Play me the hardest lick you can play. Well, that's going to be great. I mean, right? Frank can play anything. So Frank rules. That's right, Sky. That's absolutely right. So there it is. Do I know Guthrie Govan's going to be in Atlanta soon? I did not know that. Is that actually true? Are the Aristocrats playing here? If that's true, I will, I'll write Guthrie again. I'm trying with all these people, you guys. I'm trying with, trying to get a Chick Corea interview. I'm trying to get a Pat Metheny interview. Frank can surely play Sean Lane. Frank can play anything Sean Lane could play. But Frank can play, I hope I don't hurt anyone's feelings, but Sean Lane would tell you that too if he were here. If he were still here, he would tell you that Frank can play anything. Any shredder that you see on Instagram, all the best shredders, will tell you that Frank can play anything. VA, how come I didn't end up interviewing Lukather? He's, he's really busy. He's actually managing. I mean, I don't think this is any secret, but he's managing Toto now. So he's extremely busy because Toto had a huge, huge explosion because of the meme related to Africa, to the song Africa. And that's why. And they've had this huge resurgence, and he's managing the band. So that's why Steve has been hard to pin down for an interview. And I don't live in Los Angeles, so you have to pretty much get these people. You have to schedule a trip and then make it happen. But I'm working on an interview with Danny Carey from Tool. That's hopefully going to happen sometime soon. And really, really would love that. Danny would be an amazing one. I will get Danny to play as well. Okay, so Live 30 is the discount code. 30% off everything on my in my store. You guys are the best. Is that right, Aaron? Live 30? I got to ask him again. I don't know why I can't remember that. Live 30, yes, Live 30. And I'm not going to offer this again, but once again, this is 3 years to the day of me putting out my first video on this channel. So there you go. Any questions, leave it in the comments. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Neil Schoen is a bit better than Steve Lukather. Oh, come on, man. They're both so good. Both those guys were really big influences on me. That's kind of my era. They came out when I was in high school, both of them. And right when I was really getting into guitar, in 10th grade or so, both of them put out, well, Neil was around before then, I knew that, but I was really, really, into both of their playing. I mean, I started with Jimi Hendrix, and then I moved, and I was into Jimmy Page and Clapton, but by the late 70s, when Van Halen came out, it's all the same year in 78, Van Halen, Journey, The Police, all these bands came out all at the same time. 78 was a very big year. UK, the UK record with Alan Holdsworth came out. I mean, I had heard of Alan Holdsworth a year before when I heard about Pat Metheny. I knew about Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson played on, I don't know if you guys know this, but he played on Christopher Cross's record with Sailing. He played a guitar solo on that. So this is my 3-year anniversary. It's 30% off everything for the next 24 hours. I'm not going to run this sale ever again. I might do it on my 4th anniversary next year on June 7th. So I can't believe it that it's been going, that 825,000 subscribers, and you guys are the best people in the world. Thank you so much. All right, so we'll see you. The Beato book is a PDF. That is correct. So ear training course coming out. Looks like July 10th will be the pre-sales. Will be the first part of the ear training course will be out. That's what we're looking at. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. And sorry about my Pro Tools crashing. You guys are awesome. Bye. Hold on.